DEA, huh? For a street bust. Now what would two feds want with that little twerp?
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down discussing the recent confirmation that Hank Schrader and Steve Gomez will be reprising their roles during a handful of episodes in Season 5 of Better Call Saul. With that being said, warning of spoilers for everything in the show up to the Season 4 finale, and let's jump right into this. So, with Season 5 right around the corner, I'm surprised that AMC revealed this spoiler that Hank and Gomez will return. Apologies for making a video on it if you guys didn't already know, but it's something that we need to talk about. Obviously, they're doing it for publicity and to advertise the show to captivate people to start watching or to continue watching, but I feel like they didn't need to do this and that it would have been better for it to be a surprise. Tom Schnauz even tweeted saying that he was keeping it a secret for so long and that AMC just tweeted it out without him knowing. If that's true, that's awful and I feel bad for the Better Call Saul team, but I looked into it and some comments on the Twitter post along with elsewhere, they state that apparently the team mentioned this at a panel beforehand, so they wanted it to be out there, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. I never watched the full panel or anything. I should probably get around to that, but regardless, it is confirmed that Hank and Gomez will be returning this season. Apparently Hank will be in 2 episodes, while Gomez will be more of a season regular. So, how will they be introduced into Better Call Saul? If we see Hank and Gomez pre-Breaking Bad, how so? Will Hank and Gomez be at all involved with Mike and Gus's side of things with the Salamancas, or will Hank and Gomez be for some reason involved with Saul? Well, the first solid theory I wanted to talk about comes from a comment in my previous video. User Cuckoo215 mentioned how Crazy 8 could be the connection that actually brings in Hank and Gomez. Now, upon rewatching Season 2, Episode 8 of Breaking Bad, the episode called Better Call Saul, it's Jesse who tells Walt that Saul apparently helped Emilio get out of trouble twice in the past.
Look, you remember Emilio? Okay, this dude got Emilio off like twice. Okay, both times they had him dead to rights, yo, and then poof. Dude's like Houdini. Seriously, when the going gets tough, you don't want a criminal lawyer, right? You want a criminal lawyer. Know what I'm saying?
Emilio is Crazy 8's cousin that we saw unconscious in the RV in the pilot episode of Breaking Bad with Walt and Jesse, and he died from the fumes in the RV while Crazy 8 survived and ended up being the prisoner in Jesse's basement. Apparently, Crazy 8 would rat out other drug dealers to the DEA and then steal their customers, and Crazy 8 even ratted out Emilio as well. Could we see Saul getting Emilio out of trouble with the DEA, which could answer how Hank and Gomez will be involved? Because if Crazy 8 is their informant, anyone that he snitches on would be given to Hank and Gomez directly, right? Now, Emilio hasn't appeared in Better Call Saul, but it's possible that they could use him and show the multiple times that Saul apparently got Emilio out of trouble. Another great theory that's related to all of this is we could possibly see Hank and Gomez legitimately catch Crazy 8 for the first time and then watch him turn into an informant for the DEA. Crazy 8 currently works for Nacho and the Salamancas, but he eventually becomes his own solo dealer in Breaking Bad, so could him getting busted be what causes him to stop working for the Salamancas directly and instead take more of an independent dealer route who is actually an informant? We found out that he was an informant after his death in Breaking Bad, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we ever got much information on how he became an informant in the first place. Is it possible that Saul Goodman could be Crazy 8's lawyer through Nacho and the Salamancas? I originally thought that we could see how Crazy 8 even became an informant for the DEA, and although that's still possible, I'm not sure what route they're going to take, if we'll see Crazy 8 become an informant or if we'll just see him snitch on Emilio, causing him to go to Saul and get legal help. Who knows, maybe we'll see a mixture of both. As we know, Saul is continuing his plan from the previous season where he wants his clientele to be actual criminals straight from the street, all of his burner phone schemes, so I could easily see him getting mixed up with some bad characters that we already know, eventually Emilio, Crazy 8, even Nacho, Lalo, Hector, all the Salamancas.
You're gonna call yourself Saul Goodman.
I stay Saul Goodman. They call the guy they already know. Next. You press that and poof, I'm there.
With Saul wanting to help out criminals, you know, it's just an easy connection for him to make with criminals that we already know and just link them together. Another theory is that Saul could be Lalo's lawyer and that he'll have to help out the Salamancas in that regard, which is maybe why it looks like Nacho is bringing Saul to meeting places.
When you're in, you're in.
Lalo just does whatever the hell he wants without thinking about the consequences, but this show does have consequences, or this universe rather, so if he gets caught doing certain things, even if he thinks, you know, it's minute, he'll have to deal with them even if he's rolling his eyes the whole time. Also, it's been a long time theory of fans wondering if Saul defending Badger in Breaking Bad was truly the first time he had met Hank, or if he knew him from a previous occasion.
Hang on, I'll get back to you. Gentlemen, I sense you're discussing my client. Anything you care to share with me?
Sure, your commercials, they suck ass. She better act in an epileptic whorehouse.
Is that like the one your mom works at? Is she still offering the 2-for-1 discount? DEA, huh? For a street bust. Now, what would two feds want with that little twerp?
Something that Saul had already known Hank by this point, as he kinda acts like he knows him already, just, you know, already recognizing that he's DEA, just walking up to him saying, hey, you're talking about my client, but others think that he just assumed Hank was DEA because they have the little name tag and he was standing next to the guy who actually caught Badger, and apparently, you know, Hank doesn't know Saul outside of his commercials, which he insults.
She better act in an epileptic whorehouse.
I had a good job until my boss accused me of stealing. I better call Saul.
So, did Saul meet Hank at some point before the events of Breaking Bad? And if so, will we see it happen during Better Call Saul Season 5? And finally, there is a slight chance that we might see Hank and Gomez during scenes that parallel Breaking Bad as Better Call Saul catches up in the timeline, but that's more wishful thinking than anything. In my previous video, I discussed a possible Breaking Bad sequence along with how much post-Breaking Bad story they might tell on Better Call Saul, and it brought up the question of how many more scenes will we see in Better Call Saul that are from the Breaking Bad era. We already had one flash forward of Jimmy in his office with Francesca, and it's possible for them to show more. Will we see events of Hank and Gomez as the show catches up to Breaking Bad in the timeline? And if so, how long will it last? How much of Better Call Saul will run parallel to Breaking Bad before the show pushes past it to show us the post-Gene timeline? Let me know what you guys think about Hank and Gomez appearing on the show and how they'll fit into the timeline. Will we see them during the prequel Better Call Saul era and maybe see them get involved with either Crazy 8, Emilio, Nacho, or Lalo? Did Saul ever meet Hank before the events of Breaking Bad? Or will we see Hank and Gomez as Better Call Saul runs parallel to Breaking Bad? I'd say we might get some parallel Breaking Bad moments, but the fact that Hank is only in 2 episodes and Gomez is more of a season regular makes me think that they're gonna stretch this out over the Better Call Saul era, but let me know what you guys think.
I'm Saul Goodman, and I make it my business to defend the citizens of Albuquerque against injustices of every kind.
I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, as I'm always thankful with you guys helping me appease the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe and hit that bell notification for more content on Better Call Saul in the near future. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
I was out partying, minding my own business.
You are under arrest.
I'd better call Saul.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights?